Om Namah Shivaya, Asana fire here on the way of Dharma. Let me try to fix something with my lighting. I think it's not perfecto. Okay, maybe if I try to move this side a little bit. Please do bear with me. Okay, perfecto. It feels a little bit alien to actually film a video from this far, basically. So, but today I'm going to give you one of the lessons that I owed you, okay? And I want to discuss further on the subject of prana and pranayama. And of course, we'll go much deeper on other aspects of prana and what actually we are talking about. Now, for those of you who are new over here, please make sure that you do subscribe and make sure that you do like the video to make sure that you spread the word and trigger the algorithm of YouTube. For those of you who want a brief, fast video of practical breathing techniques from the science of pranayama, do stay tuned. I'll start with you guys and I won't waste any more time. Now, this came as a result of watching my previous video on the art of breathwork, basically on breathwork, where I was giving you breathing techniques from the book Science of Breath by Yogi Ramacharaka. Yes. So I saw that it was a very, very nice video whereby I was able to give a clear description and a clear way on how to practice. So before we go further, let's go into it. And I'd like to be grateful to Surya, the sun, to Surya sun, Surya Deva, the Graha. Surya, we are grateful for everything. We are grateful for your light. We are grateful for the fruits that come out of your light. We are grateful for the stability of mind that comes with your light and energy. We are grateful for the vitality that comes from your sun's rays. We are grateful for the raising of vibration on the planet due to your sun rays, and we are grateful for your presence in general. When you appear, we are no more depressed. When you appear, we are no more sad. When you appear, you make things clearer to us. We are grateful for the esoteric knowledge that you give to us. We are grateful. Om Sum Suryaya Namaha. Om Sum Suryaya Namaha. Om Hram. Om Hraim. Om Hrum. Om Hraum. Om Hraha. Suryaya Namaha. Yes, so let's do it. Pranayama is the art of controlling the prana inside of our body. As yogis, as practitioners of the occult, we seek to control that which is within. By controlling that which is within, we automatically control that which is without, externally. So, yes, that's what our art is based on. To answer some of the few comments that I saw in the previous videos, Aum said that Surya, the Graha, the Vedas said that Surya, Graha, is the greatest of all the other Grahas, and actually the Lord of Lords and God of Gods. I'm just paraphrasing, I'm not speaking verbatim. This is true. The sun is very, very important, very, very powerful, and plays a major role in the art of willpower, and attaining magical power. Surya, it is said that, is the father of Saturn, which is Shani in the mythology. It is also said that he is the father of Yama, the god of death, basically. So yes, Surya is a very, very important deity, Deva, in spiritual enlightenment and attainment of occult knowledge and power. Very, very powerful. I can't believe I even overlooked this Deva starting out in my occult journey. And some of the most powerful things that you can do as a sadhaka is to actually do Surya Namaskara. I'll actually do a video going in depth about Surya Deva and the many, many benefits of Surya Deva. I am currently feeling way better, way better, because of Surya and the solar vitalization techniques. So Surya, don't you ever underestimate Surya. However, there's a second portion of the comment that says that Surya rules the planet Leo. Definitely does. So Leos are the most powerful star sign. You have to remember this. You understand? We are not the body. We are the soul. So being born in this body under the sign of Leo, you are the powerful sign. However, us as a soul, I can easily go into all the other characteristics and traits of all star signs. Because I am soul, and this body is malleable, and I can take any form I want. I can take any character I want. So you choose who is powerful between soul and the body, which was born in the Leo star sign. Anyway, before you go further, that's what I wanted to discuss with you, clarify something. Don't you ever forget that you are a soul. Don't you ever forget that you took this body. This is a way of interpreting reality. This is nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. The body is a way to interpret this earthly plane. Without the body, you can't interpret the earthly plane. It's like you're plugging into a computer game, basically. You're interpreting the world through virtual reality. Would you say that the virtual reality born in July in the star sign of Leo is powerful? Maybe, because of, maybe you might find that the lenses of the virtual reality game are much better in July or August. But in actuality, the one who controls all the virtual reality goggles is the master of all. So the master of all is soul. The greatest of all star signs is the soul, because it has no star sign. It is not limited to any star sign. And being able to control your body, to take that malleability and that volatility and being dynamic in that way, you become very, very powerful. Om Namah Shivaya, Asinist Fire. So now for the first breathwork. I don't like the way this camera is doing, For the first breathwork, we have, okay, before I go into the breathworks or the breathing techniques, let me quickly explain what we are doing actually. So prana is the vital life force, also known as chi in Chinese way of interpreting things, because we are interpreting things in the esoteric system of the Chinese. They call it chi, okay, vital life force, moya, okay. So prana is responsible for our bodily movements. It is responsible for giving us energy and vitalizing us. You understand? So it's that life force that keeps us alive and in motion. Okay. So by doing pranayama, you are actually controlling that life force and balancing it throughout the entire body. So our body is in this current state because of the prana doesn't flow freely the way it's supposed to be. It is restricted in some cases. Okay. So we also have what we call nadis, the pathways of the prana, the astral pathways of the prana. You understand? So the nadis get clogged up by living in a levity of this system. They get clogged up by certain thought frequencies, certain emotions, and certain vibration of existence. You understand? So now, when they get clogged, there's a restriction of prana. Therefore, you can't access all the states of consciousness which are inside of your body, thereby influencing you to think on a higher plane of consciousness. So, having restriction of those flows restricts you from attaining your spiritual powers, attaining your spiritual body and consciousness, and so on, so forth. So by doing pranayama, we actually are opening up those pathways and actually accessing the higher states of consciousness and the higher states of spirituality. You understand? So in pranayama, before we commence anything, we must firstly focus on our breathing. In my previous video, I did show you how to breathe. You take the breath from the belly and then you bring it up. And then when you exhale, you see what I'm doing now. I'm using maximum lung capacity. I'm using the diaphragm to stretch out my lungs and make sure that I inhale as much oxygen as I can. You inhale the oxygen, it goes inside of your blood, your lungs, and then inside of the oxygen there's actually prana, and then it gets filtered out into the body, goes into the bloodstream, that subtle form of it, and sometimes and some circulates in the nadis. So that vital life force gets absorbed from the oxygen. It gets filtered from the gross manifestation of prana, which is the oxygen, the air. So yes, that's what you do. You absorb prana from the air. So after absorbing prana, that subtle aspect of air, you actually are able to live. Then you are able to get vitality. So before we commence in pranayama, you should be able to know how to breathe, which I show you in the previous video. You take the air from here, you bring it up, and then you are able to expand your lungs. And then when you exhale, you press all them together, giving you the ability to exhale and the entire air basically. And then it gives your lungs and diaphragm that elasticity. So for the first pranayams that I will show you, Anulom Vilom. This is how you do it. You have 5 fingers, and then you take this index finger, you do like so. You do this mudra. And then you take this middle finger, you do like so. And then you are left with these fingers. This thumb will block this side of the nose, and then these two will block this side of the nose. So when you're doing Anulom Vilom, it is also called Nadi Shodhana. You are purifying your nadis, your left and right side nadis. You are basically purifying the nadis. It is one of the shat karmas. It is also a pranayama because you control the prana inside of you. So for the first one, you do like this, like so. We are doing it 12 times. You are counting 12 times. That constitutes the first round. Then this is how you do it. You close your eyes, you focus on this area, which is also called Shambhavi Mudra, and then you do the Pranayama, the Nadi Shodhana. You do it 12 times, it constitutes one round. You are cleaning your nadis, you are cleaning the astral pathways to make way for the prana that you are about to receive. Okay? And then as you do that, you will experience the clearing of the pathways. Mucus will come out, boogies or boogers will come out of your nose. Sometimes you will even spit out mucus. I don't know what you call it. Yes, it's called mucus basically. So that's what happens. It clears out your pathways. You do that. And then, what else did I want to say? It's two sides of the body. This nose actually corresponds with this side, and then this nose actually corresponds with that side. And then you are doing that, you are clearing two sides of the body, balancing the masculine and the feminine side of it, the Ida and the Pingala. You understand? And then you then go further into some other pranayamas, whereby you stimulate the only side of the brain for different purposes, of course. The Surya Bedha, where you stimulate the Surya side, meaning the solar side, the masculine side. Okay, I can't quite remember what you do. I think you inhale from the right, and then you go like, this is what you do. You inhale from the right side, your nose, and then you exhale on the left. You do that. You hold for a while to your capacity, and then you exhale. You stimulate Surya. This breathwork will warm up your body. This breathwork will stimulate your solar energies, and it will make you vital, and it will give you energy, basically. Surya Beda. The secret to all this pranayam is that you breathe slowly as possible, and then you make sure that you have no noises that are coming out when you breathe. That's how you know you are tapping into the subtle aspect of breath, prana. You understand? So that's the secret. Breathe slowly, and then make sure that there are no noises. And then, yes, before you commence pranayama, you do anulom vilom. Before you even go to anulom vilom, you have 6 shat karmas that you need to perform. The 6 purifications that you need to perform to actually make your body ready and clean for the unrestricted flow of prana. So now we move into another pranayam. Another pranayam that I like to do, well, I don't like to do. It's appealing to me. It's the I forgot what they call it, but it's the B pranayam. Brahmari, yes, Brahmari. Brahmari pranayam will make you blissful, will make you happy. It will also stimulate and clean this area. It is good for sinuses. If you have sinuses, you can actually remedy the situation. If you have allergies bothering you and your nose, you can actually remedy the situation with Brahmari. This is how you do Brahmari. You take your thumbs, you use it to close your ears, and then you take these and then you do like so, and then you inhale, The sound that you do when you do you are actually focusing on the sound of the humming bee, the sound of Om. You are actually tapping into the unstruck sound. You are also doing what? Vibrating higher with that pranayama. You are pulling your attention within. You are pulling it to look within. Because right now, as I speak, there's someone playing R&B. You understand? My neighbor. So when you try to meditate on the unstruck sound, you have to withdraw your attention and pull it in and focus on the unstruck sound. So this is the third pranayama. And then we have what? We have the Kapalabhati. Kapalabhati clears your skull, meaning the kapal. So you do it to actually clear your skull. It's also a Shatkarma pranayama. So how do you do Kapalabhati? You use this area to push up the air and you understand. So this is how you do it. Remember, I told you low breathing. You inhale, so pranayam Kapalabhati. For those of you who are beginning just like me, you do Kapalabhati while counting for 20 seconds inside. You are doing poo, 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 poo. And then as you reach to the 20-second marker, you hold and then you focus on that. And then you can then go back to exhaling, and then you inhale again to catch your breath. So now let's do it. Kapalabhati. Now we have Bhastrika. Bhastrika, you use it to do the same thing basically, but it is more advanced and it involves more parts of your body. You understand? So you do that for 20 seconds and then you hold. Let's try it. I'm not that advanced in Bhastrika, but let's try it. These vegetable guys are ruining my video. Anyway, I feel blissful. I feel like I have smoked something. I feel a high, but this one is a much better high. It vitalizes you. It makes you experience the nothingness, the true self, for those few seconds. I remember while doing this pranayam, I'm sorry, sometimes mucus will come out, snot will come out. I remember doing this pranayam, and then I held my breath for a long time, and I just didn't feel like doing anything. I was just existing, you understand? I was just there. I was just there, existing. I didn't need food, I didn't need anything. I was void of thought for that period of time, focusing on the nothingness, and I must say it was pleasant. So that's Bhastrika for you. It feels so nice, and it's perfecto. Actually, now I have something bothering me inside of my nose. I'm sorry for picking my nose in front of you guys, but I did tell you that these things will happen. You understand? So yes, you do that. For the beginners, I have to give you guidelines, and I have to caution you. You understand? By the way, the teachings from the way of Dharma are not to replace your medical prescriptions, and this channel is not there to replace your medical advisor. Anything that you do that you've learned from this channel, please be aware that I will not be held liable for any of the adverse results that you might obtain from it. And please, I am not preaching you the gospel. This is not the one solution to all your life problems. Seek professional advice where you have to seek professional advice, because this is not professional advice. This is just for educational and experimental purposes. Yes, we have to say things like that to make sure that we bypass the system. So yes, guys, disclaimer, pranayam, you should be aware that it will increase your digestive fire, and so will Anulom Vilom. Pranayam will increase your digestive fire, and it will cause diarrhea-like symptoms when you do it to a point whereby you are exceeding your capacity. Start little and then increase the rounds of pranayams that you do daily to actually reach a state whereby your body is able to withstand the effects of pranayam. Pranayam will awaken your subtle body. It will awaken Kundalini, sometimes prematurely, and you will find that some of you, the body is not ready, and it will cause problems for you. And I am sorry if you have ever went through that. So be careful, start slow. These things might look like they are something folly, something that can't harm you. That can't be further from the truth. You have some times whereby you do pranayam and then your whole body is trembling. You understand? You have pranayam sometimes and you feel your digestive fire increasing. So now when you eat, now you can't digest the food that you've just eaten, and the food inside of your stomach can't go into the colon. You can't excrete. So now you are sick, you understand? And you will lose weight. You will have a very, very negative, bad experience. So approach this with caution. You understand? So this will awaken your subtle body, and for some of you, it won't be easily controllable. However, on the nice side of things, you get to obtain willpower. You get to obtain magical power, which is also willpower. You get to obtain vitality. You get to trim your body. Notifications have been coming in. Stupid software notifications have been coming in, trying to disturb us from talking about prana and pranayama and those benefits of pranayama. So yes, guys, the bandhas, as I've explained in my previous videos, their purposes are for that. So now I was showing you a more practical side of actually raising kundalini and clearing your pathways for that. Those practices, when you do them, they activate or increase your light body, your astral body. So it will be helpful for you in the astral to have that body. They enhance your aura. You are able to be more immune to the negative vibrations of other people's aura and the negative vibrations of an area's aura. So you become immune, you become impervious to such things. And there's the bodily benefits that I've explained, of course. You might notice that the video changes audio to after a certain time. I thought that thing was recording, but it wasn't. So I've captured it on video cam. So yes, that's what will happen when you do these practices. So many benefits can be derived from the practices of pranayama. And pranayama is only one aspect of yoga, which is comprised of 8 limbs or 8 practices of yoga, which are asana, yama, niyama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi, and other ones that I didn't mention, of course. So asana, the commonly perceived yoga, is actually an aspect of the 8 practices of yoga. Asana, which is the posture. So pranayama is also one of them. It is vital or crucial that you practice all these practices in combination for the union of true self with I and I true self, or with I and I low self. Uniting the low self with I and I true self. That is what it is basically. And for answering the video of the comment of Lemon Lime, I will go into more detail about Shri Hanumanji, and then please do comment in the comment section what exactly do you want me to go into more detail about Shri Hanumanji, the iconography or what. If it's the iconography, then I'd have to go into more detail and I'd have to do a video on getting to know Shri Hanumanji, because I've also done that with Devi, the Getting to Know Devi series. It's not complete, but I'm working on it. Yes, so if you want that kind of video, please do make me aware in the comment section that you want me to introduce you to Shri Hanumanji in that way, or you want me to go deeper into God forms. Just put your question in the comment section. And as always, I'm grateful for you guys commenting and communicating with me in the comment section. Shanti, Om Shanti, shout out to you guys. And also this thing that I've just showed you, this entire video, will help you with your willpower. When you have strong willpower, you can perform and influence magic on people. You can easily influence spirits when you summon them, because you have a stronger light body. You can easily repel bad magic that is directed at you. You can easily stand firm in your will, and when you are like that, when you have a strong willpower, like I said, you are able to influence the universe in general, the entirety of this illusory existence, basically. It is the will of God. You will things to happen, basically. You become godlike when you have strong willpower or magical power. So, which also comes as a result of being able to control your mind. These things build you in such a way whereby the results are so remarkable and are so amazing. You start to question how these Indian guys actually put this into combination, and how these guys actually formulated these practices. They have to come from somewhere higher, from Mahayogi Shiva. Very, very powerful thing, and I do have to give credit to those guys. I'll give credit to you guys, Indians, because it's a very, very powerful thing. And I do know that we do have advanced practices of this stuff in ancient Egypt, but now our scriptures and our texts are inside the Vatican and the British Museum, so we can't do much. So we have to transcend the stupid mind of culturalization and tradition and go into Dharma and know that humanity as a whole, we are one community. We are one human community. And also, on a soul level, when we go outside looking for people, looking to make friends with people, looking to chill with people, those are not bodies just like you. They are souls. And you are looking for that missing part of yourself, because you are a soul, a fragmented part of God. You are looking for that missing part of yourself when you go to these people. So it might be Indian, like the people would like to say, I'm giving up my culture and tradition, my Africanness, to become Indian. But in actuality, we are all soul. These bodies are just a way to interpret this physical reality. So if you limit your spiritual perception and your spiritual mind to the translation of this plane of existence, I am looking for you because you are a part of soul. But according to me, you are stupid, and you are one of the people that believe that things get better with time. You have to wait it out. Your external reality is a reflection of your inner reality. So stop living in that mind. I don't know why it's so hard for people to actually figure this out. Guys, I went in, I studied, and I have fewer years than most of you in the occult scene in spirituality. I did dhyana for like a few months, and I was able to actually see that I am actually soul. So to the people who are having a long time frame of spiritual practice and spirituality in this path, for you to not see that you are soul, for you to be a spiritual practitioner of many years and come back and say that I'm throwing away my Africanness to become an Indian, I'm not doing Indian stuff, man. You don't see me wearing Indian clothes. You don't see me eating Indian food or practicing Indian culture. I'm doing Sanatana Dharma, the eternal cosmic law. Something which is cosmic, something which is for the soul, not for the Indians. If I was doing Indian stuff, you'd see me wearing Indian clothes, speaking Hindi, but I do not do all of that to show you that I'm not doing any culture or tradition. I am doing spirituality. Om Namah Shivaya. Spirituality is for the spirit, for the soul, not for the Indian culture or not for the African culture. For those of you who are also saying this is African spirituality, you are merely trying to culturalize a spiritual practice. You might find the alien in Mars, man, doing the same rituals of talking to Papa Legba. And then you just said that it's a spiritual, it's an African spirituality. Man, the mindset of these people, man, above anything, the mind is their biggest enemy. And they project their biggest enemy onto people like us in fire who defy the confinement of physical titles and physical cultures and tradition. Only thing that's restricting you is your mind. That's that low form of mind. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting the way of Dharma, previously known as Atmosphere Spirituality. Thank you for subscribing. I see you guys supporting and liking this channel. Thank you very much. And thank you to Lord Surya for all the benefits that I've mentioned in the beginning of the video. And I will do a video on Surya. Very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. Yes. Rama, the father of the sun Nation. Rama Sedi. Sorry, guys. Let me do that. I'm sorry. Something just happened that required me to do that to cut the video. The phone was low. So yes, you will get willpower. You will get magical power. You will be balanced. You will handle stress more better. You'll be able to control your mind and actually transmute your thoughts. You'll be able to be a calm person, a relaxed person. With burn anxiety, you clear your head, you activate higher aspects of yourself, which you will definitely experience. I can't explain some of the benefits of experiencing such things. And also, what else? You will be able to withstand some of the drastic challenges in your life. I was able to stand firm and actually take a beating from the mob, and my body was very, very powerful. They couldn't do anything. And I'm telling you, many things were used to hit me. They used uh, flower pots, they used bottles, they even strangled me. Some of them were stepping on my face. Man, I'm telling you, I survived all that because I'm a yogi, and this pranayama practice will actually make you a superhuman, basically. I don't know if you can, I don't know if you can use your skin to actually block bullets, do a bulletproof skin. But with the practices of yoga, only your mind is the limitation, and you can do anything uh, that you put your mind to, and anything that you can perceive in your imagination. So you will get such benefits, and you will stop thinking like the person who thinks that life has to be fine automatically on its own, who thinks that time will fix things, who thinks that things will get better. Basically, you stop thinking like that person. You start to see that everything externally is a consequence of what's happening internally. If you have people hating you, work on how you are feeling, and automatically you will see them coming back to love you. Simple as that. You see, life from a reactive perspective, pranayama will help you to see life from a creative perspective. Om Namah Shivaya. That is what I wanted to discuss with you. The pranayams that I gave you will be enough. And let me give you the last one, which is the retained breath. So, and then I'll show you, I'll explain to you some of the things that you might see me doing now. So let's retain the breath. I'm not gonna do it for a long time, but I can retain my breath up to 1 minute. So yes, let's do it. Okay, for the first thing, strange thing that you might see me doing, uh, I don't know if you've noticed, each time I hold my breath, I do like so. Why do I do like so? When I do that, I close up this area, restricting the flow of prana from coming out and leaving through the nose, uh, basically. So I'm pushing it down. Why do we push it down? I've explained to you in the previous videos that we have to get prana into Sushumna Nadi to awaken Kundalini and to achieve a higher state of consciousness, to awaken Kundalini and raise the Kundalini up to Sahasrara chakra. So you close that, you push it downwards, and then the prana meets at a certain area, which is the Manipuraka chakra. White people call it the solar plexus. And then that's where you have an entrance to Sushumna Nadi, the subtle Nadi inside of the spine, the one where you raise Kundalini up into the crown, the mind. So yes, that you do that. Some other thing which I've spoken of, the mudras, the attitudes. This is a Jnana mudra. You use it for contemplation, you use it for accumulation of Gyan knowledge, or the attainment of Gyan, the attainment of knowledge. And then here we have the Apana. If you suffer from indigestion and you are suffering from constipation, Apana mudra is the pulling down force, the force of gravity, the force of excretion. You do Apana mudra and then you are able to excrete, you are able to help with the expulsion of the waste substances in your body. So if we inhale prana, apana is responsible for exhaling and excretion and the downward pulling force. And then there's prana apana. When you want to combine these two for the awakening of kundalini and pushing them into sushumna, you do this mudra. You take eye and eye finger, and then you take these, and then you have prana apana mudras. So that's the strange thing number two that you see me doing when I'm doing the pranayama, the holding of breath. Okay. The third thing is the third thing. Okay, sometimes when you exhale and then you retain your breath while exhaling, you do a bandha. This bandha is a lock. You lock in your energy in this area, the area of Manipuraka chakra. You're pushing the prana apana inside to make sure that you raise it upwards. Because prana can't go below, because prana can't go above this area, it is forced
to go inside the Manipuraka chakra into Sushumna. Another thing, if I was able to show you, I was going to show you Mulabandha. Mulabandha is the lock of the perineum, your Muladhara chakra. Muladhara chakra. You lock it, you push the air or the prana upwards, you close this area, and then it stays here. When it stays here, you push it inside the entrance of Sushumna, which is in the Manipuraka chakra, and then it goes into your subtle self, the subtle self of Sushumna, and then it gets raised up. So that's the purpose of the strange things that you see me doing when I'm inhaling or holding my breath. No, not inhaling. When I'm holding my breath, I've explained the benefits or the purposes for bandhas and mudras in my previous video.